Bonjour, hola, konnichiwa, annyeonghaseyo, ni hao. My name is Cynthia Chandra, and I am an internationally trained artist. I have shown my art in Japan, UK, France, and USA. My passion is to encourage artists to grow and thrive in their creative soul. This world needs to see your unique perspective. I want to give you the skills and techniques to connect you with your own creativity and the tools you need to express your beautiful soul. I donate 10% back to animal rescues to protect our beautiful world that has inspired my art.
Hi everybody! It's me, Cynthia, from Cynthia Chandra Nature Art for Animal Rescues, and I'm coming to you live from my studio. Thank you for watching the replay if you're just tuning in, and thank you for joining me tonight if you're watching now. I would love to see who's here. If you can say hello in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and put some things up here. So I'm sorry about it not announcing. For some reason it didn't announce like it usually does, and it wouldn't let me schedule it at the right time, so you know, technical difficulties. So I am live now. Sorry if you're missing me because it said 10:10. Hey Bray. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say Bree every time because I have a friend named Bree, so I'm gonna call you Bree like 50,000 times. Just fair warning. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. All you need today is a pencil and a piece of paper, and if you have an eraser, you might want to get an eraser too. So today we're going to be making a cardinal, and cardinals are really fun to have this skill to make, just because they're one of those things that remind us of Christmas. And a lot of people, there's a wonderful poem about cardinals being messengers from heaven or visitors from heaven. So it's really nice to be able to make a cardinal. Now, birds, I will admit, are one of the most difficult things for me personally that I've had to draw. Like, I can draw faces very easily, but birds are hard. So if you have trouble with this, it's totally cool. The best thing is to just keep trying. The first time I made a cardinal did not look like a cardinal, and it's okay if you're struggling. It's totally fine and totally normal. So for our bird shape, we're going to start with two a circle and an oval. She said that's really cool. Yeah, I love cardinals. So we are going to start with our oval shape for our body. In your oval shape, you can think of the bird's body, and then the head on top. So the oval shape is going to be about this two heads. So if you want to imagine two circles here inside of it, and then the head. Hi Frankie, how are you tonight? I just saw you on like 2 different meetings. Hey Susie, thanks for joining me. So if you want to think of having your body as being the size of 2 heads. So it will be twice the size of your head. So we're going to start out with these 2. And if you want your bird to have a little bit more dynamic, you can make the circle down slightly for the head, or you can have it up there, it's fine. So now that we have our circle for our head and our oval, we'll be ready to start working on the rest of our piece. So if you want to think about it standing on a branch, you can draw a little branch underneath. So I'm just making a line. Now remember, when we're making things that are of nature, nature is not straight, nature is always crooked. So if you want it to look natural, just let it be. Okay, so we have our head here and we have our body here. Now, a bird's body is obviously not an oval shape, right guys? Not an oval shape. So we're going to think about the cardinal's tail coming down. Now, the cardinal's tail is a rectangular shape. So if you want to draw a rectangular shape, you can start off with a rectangular shape if you want to think of it as a rectangular shape. And then you're going to add the feathering at the end. So the feathering is going to be just a few pointed lines. Few pointed lines. Almost like elongated triangles, similar to our daisy petals yesterday. Now I'm going to erase that edge that I had for my, for my rectangle, and I'm going to continue the line up and up, and that'll be my tail feathers. Aw, hi Carol. Oh, that is so sweet. She said, hey, wonderful. I hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you. That just like made my day. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make the wing. Now the wing, if you remember, we've been making lots of petals lately, right? I've been tricking you because guess what? I've been training you. So we're going to make the wing shape just like we make a petal. Oh, snap. So if you need to practice on somewhere else, you can first. But remember, we have this oval shape here. That's the start of our wing. And we're going to bring it down. I tricked you. I bet you had no idea that I was training you to make bird wings, did you? Bet you didn't think you could make a bird wing. Surprise! Okay, so you have your petal shape, which is basically a teardrop for your wing. And if you can imagine the top part of the wing being where there's no feathers, longer feathers, and just kind of smaller feathers up here. If you need to draw like a circular line, not halfway, about a third of the way down, you can. And what you're going to do is you're going to think about your wing as having, you know, those feathery little feathers. And you're going to think about layering your wing. So if you start at the bottom and do an arched feather here, and then you're not going to see, like if you were to draw it, your feather would be behind the other feather, and it looked really weird, right? But you can't see that part. So you're going to draw kind of along the same line, but you're going to stay inside your teardrop shape. See, I'm not going outside my teardrop shape here, guys. So remember, my teardrop shape is right here. Oh no, my phone's doing something strange. Sorry, guys. There we go. Sorry, I don't know what just happened. There. So if you want to think about layering your wings, and I'm not going outside of my teardrop shape. These are kind of like our daisy petals, right? So start at the bottom and layer our wings up to that invisible circle line, which is where all the little baby furry feathers are. I think there's an actual name for it, but you know me, can't think of that right now. A plume. Now it's going to bother me. Anyways, let's keep going. So we have our head up here, and there's a little bit of a disconnect. So you're just going to want to draw almost a slightly curved line. And think about your own neck. It's slightly curved in and up. Not a lot, Use your neck's not like this, right? Sorry, just saw my double chins. But it's just slightly curved and up. And you're going to do the same thing at the bottom. Slightly curved and up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to erase the middle lines. You're not going to erase all the lines, just the middle lines, because you're going to want to have that neck shape and that shadowing up here. And if you don't have the shadowing, you're just going to fill it in almost like that triangle to the head. Okay, so now our cardinals, since we're going to make this a male cardinal, is going to have that very iconic crown coming off his head. So it's going to come back. I'm not looking at a picture. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry. There we go. It's going to come back off its head. Not quite as big as I was making it. And then you're going to make the lines coming off his crown too. All right, so we have our bird shape here. We have our crown coming off his head, kind of like a feathered crown. And then we're going to think about the forehead going down into a beak. Now the beak is going to be a triangle, slightly pointed down. My guy's like looking at the ground. If you pointed your head up more, you can, here, I'll show you on this side. If you pointed your head up more, you can draw your crown backwards like this and your beak forward, right? If you did, just a quick sketch, if you did your head at the top. But my head was pointing downwards, so I'm just going to go with it. And now I'm going to take my shading down and think about my eye being in line with the beak. Remember, our faces are curved, so our eyes are going to be curved too. I'm going to draw out the line for the mouth. And then the eye here. Sorry guys, I'm going to go a little quick because I think my phone is about to die. So the next part we're going to do is the body. And the body is going to continue back into the tail. So it's going to make a curve here. And we're going to erase the bottom part of our ovals that we drew before. So again, a curved line back, and we're erasing that oval shape. And now we get to add our legs. Now your legs can just be sticks. You can pick which way you want your stick legs to face. And add some toes on there. Okay. And then you have your cardinal. I'm sorry that my phone is dying. I have like 2%. I'm sorry I went so fast, guys. So you have your legs coming down. And then if you want to start my phone, I'm so sorry. If you want to
Thank you guys so much. She said it's okay, but we can't hear you though. Thank you guys. I'm sorry. I had my phone charging for like the past couple hours, but I guess it wasn't actually charging. So what you're going to do next is you're going to add some shading in with your feathers, and this is a sketch. It's not perfect. So if you want to just scribble in the furry down, that's the word, the furry down. You're just going to scribble back and forth on the face and on the feathering up here. And then for the body, you're only going to shade a little tiny bit upwards from the bottom. And you're going to leave that rest of this part white. You're going to think about, you're going to leave that bit white. So you're thinking about the light hitting it, and you want to make it look like his body is round. So you're just going to shade along here, back and forth, and shade it in. And then you can darken your feather lines. And then you can add some texture into your wood, going back and forth with your pencil to add some texture. Now, if you wanted to, you could come in with a red pencil, and that'll make it, or a red crayon, and that'll really make it pop and make it really look like a red cardinal. So I'm just coloring it in like you would color in a drawing in a kid's drawing book. Let me show you how cool this is going to look, guys. Because you already did your shading with your pencil. So if you just go over it with your red colored pencil, that shading is going to still be there, and it's going to really pop. So this is just like a fun sketch you can do. If you want to practice it with its head up, or if you want to come back and paint one later, you know how to sketch it. So now all you have to do is paint over top of it. It'd also be fun to do like watercolor painting over top of it too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. Life happens. Just gotta roll with punches, right? So I hope everybody has a wonderful night. I would love to see your drawings if you were drawing along with me, and you can send it to me via Messenger if you want to. And I hope you have a lovely night. I hope you continue to be kind to each other and continue to be your wonderful artistic selves. Bye, everybody.